Uno, via.
Good afternoon to everybody. I'm Carlo Forcolini, Scientific Director of Raffles Milano. And today I have the pleasure to introduce for the Raffles talk an extraordinary protagonist of the design world, Giulio Vinaccia. Giulio Vinaccia started his work as a social designer in Colombia in 1993. From 1996 to 2002, he conducted about 10 design projects for handicraft in different communities in Brazil. In 2004, the government of Spain commissioned him to design the iconography of the Way of Santiago de Compostela. Subsequently, he worked alongside communities in crisis in Sweden, Canada, Afghanistan, and Egypt. Since 2009, he has collaborated into the UNIDO Industrial Development Organization to develop programs in China, Haiti, and the 5 Caribbean states, and then Pakistan, Madagascar, and 7 southern Mediterranean countries. In 2015, he received the World Green Design Contribution Award. And in 2016, together with UNIDO, he received the Adi Compasso d'Oro, the first time in the history of this award in the social design category. Giulio Vinaccia represents, from my point of view, the advanced frontier of social design, and now we will understand from his work what it means to work and design for the less fortunate part of our world. I stop myself to give the word to Giulio Vinaccia. Please, Giulio.
Hello, everybody. I'm Giulio, and I will try to share with you my experience. I'm not a theorician, so I will speak about my work, and so I will start doing my sharing my video. And we will talk about this afternoon. We'll talk about my perception of what is design like a development tool. So these 2 lines of names represent my life somehow. In the top, we have the list of the most renowned and famous Italian companies who I was working with, from Ferrari to Ducati, Aprilia, in the motor sector until Bomba Design or Borsalino in the fashion sector. And in the yellow line, we have all unknown names of small villages all over the world where I was working. So this kind of schizophrenic life is what I'm doing. I try to translate all the values that I'm working with the multinational companies, try to help with the same methodology of the same methodology, the small cooperative and working producers from all over the world. So, but for that, I need to start talking about my history. When the terrible earthquake in Haiti destroyed the country, I was there 3 months later, and I found a country completely destroyed. And I start doing my question, because what I say is, what I in front of complex social situation, there is an international trend to realize only classic. So let's say the building was down, and so immediately some architectural companies start doing another building. Nobody think time that time, why we need to do a building there? Maybe it's not necessary. This is the example that my preferred example. During the earthquake, the presidential palace, like 5K built in the there in a was down. So immediately the president at the town, the time, tried to launch an international war contest to realize a new prestige. So the question was, is this time, this moment, necessary to have a presidential power? In my point of view, was no. But the majority of international architecture studios launch and run projects. So they were to get a job. Nobody has a presidential power. No. So the question is, the architect and the official and are not good. I have this some terrible story of mine. The fatigue is and is around and 150, yeah, $150 was price of a real house, but nobody was concerning about. This is another example. The designers and the architects like too much the container, and the containers are nothing more than a box of iron was conceived to carry the goods in the boat, in the ship, but not to live there. So the container is the perfect example of how the people who design are really far away from the real need. So it means nobody of the designers who design container shelter will live there. So one is, I give you those two examples. At left, we have a container shelter. It's a container bibliothèque made by Fujitsu. Was costing more than $100,000 to make this box. And at the right, we have houses made by with fiber. So the question is this container house 100,000 times better than the other one? No, it's simply more fun. So at the end of this experience, my question was, okay, why I'm designing for only 1% of the poor population? And I am agreed, this is part, I will show you very fast some of the design I did. And because I need to survive, because I was formed like industrial designer, and an industrial designer I need to do project. And this was an example of my project. And I always say, well, what about the rest of 99%? Why they don't have the chance to have a good design project? Why they don't have any chance to have a designer assistant? So in this case, we start thinking about the methodology. How can we? And let's say, okay, what is the difference between design for 1% and design for 99%? Design for 99% is very easy. We have some elements that they are very clear. We have a very low capital and a heavy job creation. If we can find a machine to do the work of 10 persons, we'll not use this machine. We'll give job for it. We try to use the local technology to avoid to import. We'll try and we always maintain value, the local culture value. And also need to be understood, controlled, and maintained by local groups where it's possible. But decentralize the energy system, right? As much as possible, energy. And please, our product preferably don't need to involve in patent or and flexible. Change very, very fast. And product need to be adapted. So we say that the design for participative design, social protection, and from the design. If you want to work in social design, you cannot go remain in high class neighborhood. You need to go to get and say why the problems are there. And confront the situation between social and marginalized culture, because we are at the culture, the local culture is part of our, let's say, clay field, and we cannot remain only with the official. So we can see, we can work. This was an example made in Haiti. I worked in Haiti. At last, we have the man Baron Samedi. Baron Samedi is like the devil of the voodoo religion. And once I asked the guy, friend, to say, if I do a bag, this mask face printed bag, somebody will steal me. No, they say, no, it's too dangerous. Nobody will approach, or they are scared about the voodoo. So say, okay, great, let's do a, and we did a line of computer bags. We integrated the Baron Samedi face to avoid that the bad people will get close. And the same bookshelf that we have at night was building food, but the decorator, the decorator that tried to side, he tell me if we use some images from the god of tree, the shelf will be much more resistant than the other. So I said, yes, why not? So at the end, we decided to say, okay, magic is the low class, low cost, and low impact technology. If you have the god of the tree taking care of the structure of the shelf, maybe we will. So basically, we try to, in our work, this concept that the consumers are like cows, and the brand decides when you do the work, when you're not completely updated, no, and try to cross from a vertical process to horizontal. The horizontal process is that producer, brand, consumers, are together deciding if we need a product. So the project crossing that designer, when I studied the team, like Taylor, somebody created structure, somebody else did brand. In this case, they innovate the process. So let's say a big nice definition. This is a unidimensional definition. Unidimensional say that money is one of the best brands. This is the situation. No man for organizations. But let's take how we can do this job. There is many. So one jet, most comfortable is what I call design from your armchair. You are comfortable in, and start designing for food. This is the example in Haiti. Immediately after the earthquake and all the problems that we had there, the international design agency started designing something for clean water. So the majority of the project was very complex, very rich, and utilized in a fast time, a short time. But solar panel, or for example, is really an useless filter that is primary family is dead and usable. That free. All this, but not absolutely useful. Why? Because it was designing from his armchair on bag. And what is the example of the same situation? When you use the local resources, you are
sentiamo molto male, l'audio, la voce va e viene.
E non so che dire, io sono da solo in un ufficio.
Dovresti stare forse, non so, più attaccato.
Va bene, provo allora.
Più fermo, prova, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Ciao, grazie.
So what we did was what they did was take the ceramic clay and add some silver element. The silver is a perfect bacteria killer. So they create this ceramic with some silver inside, and they create this project called Aquapur. Aquapur is a filter of water made with clay and silver with silver ions, and it's not a design product. It has not won any of the design award in the world, but has saved thousands of lives. And the production is made in Haiti by local clay producers, and the final result is that it's not designed, but was produced for a very cheap, very extremely cheap product, and at the same time it saved thousands of lives. This is, for me, what is called design. Design is use the local resources in the best way is possible. But design also, we don't need only to work in the emergency. Sometimes we need to work in the situation that we found. And how convert design, the design can be used for create a sustainable activity. And I will show you the example of Madagascar. It's called Sara, that means beautiful in Malagasy language. So what was the problem? The problem was that in the southeast of Madagascar, the local community, the women of the local community have no civil rights. So this woman was trying to fight to have these rights, the rights of the property, the rights to be the mother of the kids, and because of that, they lose their job. So we were called to support the economy of these fighting women. And this was the example when I arrived to the village. All these beautiful boys was the first time that they saw a white man. This is their faces. And to arrive there, we spent 2 days and a half of jeep to arrive to the small village. What I say, this is the opposite of design from your amateur. This is design in the field. And once we were there, I found these are the leaders of the association. They told me we need to have a new job, because we are losing our jobs because we fight against the power. So I tell them, okay, what is your know-how? So they say, our know-how is do mat and basket, because we use at home, and occasionally we make some bags. And so I was visiting their village, knowing their stories, and understanding how we can do to help them. And all these beautiful ladies, they were very, very poor, but they were very, very rich in soul, fantastic soul. Look at these fantastic eyes. And so we decided to create a line working on their capacity to do basketry. But at the same time I was talking, and we became like a little bit like a friend. And so they told me, but our problem is not the only problem, because our daughters and our son left the villages and go to the capital of Madagascar. It's called Antananarivo, and they are also suffering because they have no jobs. And I say, okay, but what they know, what is the possibility to work with? So they say, no, because they don't find natural fiber, they start doing basket in recycling plastic. So they do these fantastic bags. And visiting them, I found another group of grandson of the villages who were creating a small cooperative of metalwork. Part of these people were old gang people from the villages who returned and became good boys after some year in the prison. So they pushed me to the community, and this community is the Diodione Metal Works, where more than 200 persons are working recycling metal. So, as you see, we start with one community, we end with 3 or 4 communities. And I was thinking to say, okay, we can work together, the 3 communities. One is the original community in the villages. The other one are let's say, the plastic bag in the Bidonville in Antananarivo, and we will work in the community of the metal recyclers. So, after these months of research, we decided to go to the design, strategy, and definition. And this was exactly like a normal project. Clearly, it was not a normal project because we decided to make also a medical mission, because we cannot ask to the ladies to make perfect quality if they have no vision. And this was a medical work. So we decided to work in 2 lines. One is we call Sara Factory. So we decided to create unit in raffia, in iron, recycled metal, steel, all these communities we integrate at the end. And we also have decided to create a part of education to create the possibility that this work will be realized during the years after our departure. So we decided in the Sara Factory to create 2 lines. One is home decoration, because in Madagascar there was a lot of hotels looking for furniture, and they was importing from China and from France. So the idea was create outdoor furniture. And for fashion, we decided to create lines to make a competition and try to sell to Europe. So this is, for example, the project in plastic. And the concept was very clear, was create a structure in metal. And the structure in metal can be dressed with different kind of dress, plastic, natural fiber, textiles. So the different communities can use this frame and dress in a different way. So all the line of the furniture was created like that. This is the sofas, armchairs, or sofas. And we create a line also in metal and iron, recycling. And this was the initial concept of the bags, where we use their traditional cup, we invert the traditional cup, and we convert it in a bag. Clearly, after we put handle, and let's say what happened, we jump all the prototyping process, and we go now to see the final result. These are the chairs, and also for the chairs, for the communication, we decided to use a local photographer who was a photo reporter. So he has no experience to make photo of furniture or fashion. So we say to him, no, just take the photo of the real environment. And this is the result. All the furniture and the bags are taken, they are shooted in the real environment. This is the chair. And we create a complete line of 64 different chairs and furniture for hotels outside. As you see, it's always the same structure, it's dressed in a different material. More sophisticated. Let's see the bag. The bag, we create like an old bag, making plastic weaving, and after we dress in a different way. Also the model we need to invent because there was no models. So we invent a model using one of the beautiful daughters of one of our artists. This is part of the line. Different finishing with silk. After we create different forms. So after that, we have the prototypes and we need to sell all over the world. The idea was make a big launch of this project. So I asked some friends in Madagascar, say, what is the best place in the country to show our collection? And one was laughing and say, yeah, maybe you can find the Queen's Palace. The Queen Palace is the old palace of the Queen of Madagascar, who is in the top hill of the city, of the capital, and who was empty in this time. So I went to the Minister of Culture and I asked to have for 2 days this palace for our exhibition. And I used the art to put the faces of these poor artisans, to put on the face of the Queen's Palace. So for that, we also did a complete design process. We designed, we created the project, and these are some photos of the day of the opening. Was the first design exhibition never ever realized in Madagascar. We have long chaise. So fast. And this photo is very emblematic because this is the Laurence Anselmes, the director of Giulio in Madagascar. This beautiful lady is the Minister of Culture. The man with the open hands is the Prime Minister. And the lady in the back with afro is Fatma Zamora. She was the representative of United Nations for Madagascar. Now she's the Secretary General of FIFA. This is the launching of the exhibition, and this is my friends who used to be drugs dealer, now became furniture dealers. And this photo is very emblematic because they are these ladies who I took in the village 1 year before, and now they are in the launching of the exhibition. What is happening? This is part of the collection. Now this was made 5 years ago. During the last 5 years, Sarah became a brand. It's sold in more than 8 countries of the world. And either in Italy, if you want to buy, you can buy in Coin. It's a department store. You can buy online. So it was a big success, and it's still in production. So many friends say to me, design is no more a profession. Design is an attitude, is the way of see the life. And let's see, this was the project I did the last 3 years, is called Creative Mediterranean. And what was the problem? Let me go. First was trying to define for myself what is Mediterranean. What is the phases, South Mediterranean, what does it mean? It means people like us, Arabs, Muslims, they are protesters, or how we can define. We start defining what for us was South Mediterranean. And what is the face of the South Mediterranean? South Mediterranean, these ladies are from the South Mediterranean. And so we decide that the element that can join philosophically all the action that happened in South Mediterranean is the resilience. It means the capacity to recover quickly from the difficulties. And this is true because all these countries are facing enormous problems. Each one of them are surviving and trying to do better. And our intention was try to help them using the creativity tool. So the project was launched like Creative Mediterranean, Resilience through Creativity. But the first question was, okay, how we can help countries to be more creative? And this is an international question. So one option was, okay, like at left, creativity is like pirates need to go alone and make their own life. And the other option was the state point of view would say, creativity is like Charlie Chaplin is like a machine. We need to give the opportunity to these people can develop. So we say at the end, we arrive to the decision to work on what we call the creative ecosystem. It means try to help not only the company at the top, but also try to give tools to the general creativity of this country. So we start doing a process of democratization of the information, and the concept was community-based, web-based, open and especially free. Trying to put together the four actors, this means the university, the cultural centers, the institutional governmental institutions, the producers, and the public opinion. In this joint between all these worlds, we need to work on the creative ecosystem. And so we work in two different lines. One, create a general ecosystem to create a common understanding of what we were doing. And the other one, we create a product development process to help the companies who were suffering because their product was not competitive. Because this is my particular pizza description of the design. The design, we need to dream it, to design, to do it, to produce it, to sell. Without this, we are not doing anything. And to that, we need to have tools. We need to have from ethnographic observation, storytelling research, empathy maps, until testing, prototyping. All this is mean that in all this process, we need to assist the creators to make easy their life. So we work with different clusters. Cluster is mean group of producers who have concentrated in the same area. So we work in Morocco, Algeria, Egypt, Jordan, Lebanon, and Tunisia. And we work with different clusters. We create a database of designers because everybody say we cannot find designers, but nobody know where they are. We create a networking, try to create cooperation between south to south, creating common marketing activities, regional collection, regional events. We create image bank. This means we collect inspiration points for different areas. We create network of the museums. Why? Because everybody is asking you to be integrated in your local culture. But if you want to go to take a photo in the museum, the first thing that they tell you is don't make photos. So we create, we call the Monday Artisan Day. This means once a month, the museum open to the artisan and make possible to remove the glasses and clearly with their curator, show to the artisan, touch with their gloves, clearly, the different handicraft from the tradition to understand how they are made and how they can be produced again. So we did also a big work in the universities, local universities, to try to understand, to have a common understanding what is design. Because many of the university was looking for creating designer for be famous in Milano or in London or New York. But not all was considering to work in their region. And let's show you some example how easy it can be or how difficult can be a design project. In this case, it was very easy. This is a traditional tool from Morocco, and they only changed the leather instead the original fiber. Or this is a ceramic line also made in Marrakesh using the traditional graphics of the Berber. This is the traditional tattoos from these communities, and they was applied into a ceramic line. Details from the architecture was applied also. This is an example of fashion. I must tell you that this is not only my design. I was a design coordinator, but it was a team of more than 30 designers who was working in all the country. And this is a Jordan project. The concept was trying to create contemporary line, fashion line, using elements from the local tradition and watching this local tradition in a different and contemporary way. So this was all the fashion team who was working in Amman, and how the embroidery, traditional Jordan and Palestinian embroidery was changed, was amplified, was variated to make possible to create. And this is the day of the launch of the collection. As you see, the products are completely contemporary because our concept was trying to export to Europe and US, but at the same time, the touch of the embroidery is still present. And this is another example. This is the collection I did in Jordan for the Syrian refugees communities in the north of Jordan. And we were trying to boost the local economy. And for that, we start working with the girls, asking to them, what is your know-how? What is your previous job before being a refugee? What was your work? And we did this a very constrained situation to put in a basketball area, in a big area, empty area, and say, okay, the ladies who know embroidery at left, ladies who know about soap at right, ladies who know about kitchen. So we divide the groups, trying to find a common work they can do it. And we start doing with 3 communities, 3 groups, working in soap, because part of the refugees used to come from the Aleppo region. Aleppo is Syria, was the capital of, it's like grass, one of the capital of soap in the Middle East. We work in home decoration, and we create a fashion line for a group of fashion. But what is important to understand is why we create soap lines, because we have the original know-how from the ladies from Aleppo, and also because we jump in some projects that are already existing, that they create a greenhouse project and they create essential oil. So the concept was, okay, let's use the essential oil produced in the region, and let's use the olive oils. Olive oil was not accepted for the international market because it was too acid. So we create the concept to launch 2 lines, one natural, based on olive oil, and the other one, halal, is mean approved by the law of Quran to sell this product, this cosmetic, to all the Islamic countries, and especially in Saudi Arabia. And this is, as you see, this is a very complex diagram that we did for define the production and define the raw material. And this is the shop, this is the launch of the collection, maybe less than 6 months ago, where we have bags, we have stones, soaps, ceramic, banana leaves weaving. As you see, the collection is completely contemporary, but the material are traditional. And in this case, the soap are made like stones, And the stone was basalt stone, which was one of the only raw material that we found for free in the region. And these soaps have, each one is branded with the brand of the association. We create also all what we call the spa line, so the different screw soap, different hardness, packaging, soap holders, and also all what is candle holders and all salt and other materials. These are the ceramic line. This is the bowl, big bowls. And this is the fashion line. We decided to do bags. And the bags are decorated by refugee artist, a girl who decided to design this kind of very pop. I asked her to design pop Arabic, and she designed these beautiful images, and we used to decorate the bags. And also, at the same time, the images are useful because they was decorated with different kind of embroidery. So it's a mix of digital printing and embroidery. This, for example, was silk printed. And each one of the products have his own brand. With digital, we create all the merchandising, all the marketing activities that they need to have to be successful. But we also work in this project recycling material. Like this is in Marrakesh, the 55 gallons tanks, or glass, recycled glass in Cairo, or recycling old chairs, or using recycling textiles made by plastic for make chairs, all these different materials. These are cushions made by textile who use recycled plastics. We did also a project we call Smart Crafts, and the Smart Crafts is mean a combination of high technology and low technology. This really, I love the concept. And I give you an example. This is a flower vase, and the flower vase is made by hand by the traditional pottery man from Marrakesh, but at the same time have a digital screen and a sensor to check if the plant have enough water, have enough sun, and if there is not, the small computer will send you a message to your mobile phone saying, I need water. This was another example making in Egypt, where we use traditional looms to make to mix between using the traditional way of make the weaving and using digital fibers or special fibers in this case. And this one was another project we did for make a basket to charge device. So we create like a bobine, make using the same technology that they use to make the basket in Morocco, but we change, instead to use the natural fiber, we use copper wire. So, and this is another example. This was made in Lebanon, and the concept was some client asked to us to make a special furniture for Dubai, for a resort in Dubai, where each one of these chaise longue will have a hotspot and a charger, a wireless charger. So we create different alternative, and this is the prototype, and have its wireless charger. And this is one part of the collection that we did exhibition we did in Maison Objet. It was a commercial exhibition, very well to see. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoy and you hear me. No? I will check if there is any question, if there is any questions.
If there are not questions,
let me see. I don't see any question yet.
Okay, fine. So I will say thank you very much to Giulio to remind us that design is not just a profession, but it is a very deep passion, because without passion it's not possible to be a designer. And thanks also for showing us with your work and the most useful side of our work as a designer. So I will say thank you very much to you, to everybody. And I would like to remember the next Raffles talk on June 10th, which is in 2 days' time. Thank you. Bye-bye.